Okay, it's at Love Clark. And if the evidence wasn't damning enough with Angelo John Gage, okay, the fact that he's done his DNA test and he's got that Ashkenazi Jew blood, okay, that means that, first of all, those Jews are fake. They're probably Japheth, okay, or Ham, one of the two. Anyway, they're not Shem. They just pretend. And go look at the history, what the Khazar people, okay, and see that they chose Judaism, okay. They chose it. They're imposters, kind of like the Kenites in a weird way. And it makes a big blur, okay? When you're trying to identify it, first it makes a blur, like, okay, what's a Khazar, what's a Kenite, what's the difference, what's a Uda, right? Anyway, my point is this, okay? I can talk like this, and I can go right into this kind of accent real easy, okay? But when I get out of this accent, see, I can talk country. The reason why I can just switch and talk like this, or I can talk like this, it ain't because I'm an actor, which I am, but I don't like to be, an actor like, a liar actor, a performer, yes, an actor, no, not a lying one. Anyway, so you see how I could talk like that, and I could switch right in and out, okay? The reason why is because I was raised around people like that half my life in California and half my life in Tennessee, okay? And my ancestry, my DNA links up to those people back east, my family in Tennessee, okay? What it does is I think that those people that came, with these southern accents, they came over with those accents. Okay, and that's what everyone else followed, the trend of that accent. So those southern accents are from the old world, really. But the point is, it's in their DNA kind of too. Voice patterns are in the DNA. That's obvious. And voice structuring and everything. It all comes from the DNA programming, from your brain, neural brain pathways up here, and all the way down through your nose, nasal, mouth, all that, tongue, all that, right? DNA has a lot to do with it, okay? So, the way I switch, and I can be like, hey man, what up man, I'm a hillbilly, right? Some kind of cool hillbilly on the street kind of. Or I could be like myself, okay? But when I'm in the group with my family's there, and I'm around a bunch of Tennessee people, I can snap right back into it. See what I mean? Okay, now you understand. Now the point I'm going to get at is this other point. When Angelo John Gage, see, you got to be around. It doesn't matter if it's just DNA. You don't have to have the DNA to be able to talk like these people unless you're doing acting on purpose, or you have been around them people long enough to just slip right into it. Well, here's the thing. When that damn asshole, brown asshole, wannabe white Angelo John Gage, when you try to do that Hasidic, you talk about you bought your house from a Hasidic Jew, and then you started to do the accent of that Jew, it was way too easy for you to switch right into that accent unless you've been practicing that sound, or it's in your DNA, tongue, neural pathways down into your nose and all that stuff, or you've been around and instructed by these kind of people and it just comes naturally, and it's both, or it's both. It's in your DNA, and you've been instructed and guided and been around these kind of people, or listened to these kind of people enough to pick it up and just go with that accent because it sounded so natural for you to sound like that Jew. Like that Hasidic Jew you made fun of, that you bought your house from. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Look, it's real easy. Snap back and forth, alright? So, the way he acted, overemphasized the Jew thing. I bet you when he gets around his family, that's how he starts talking more like, you know. That's, when I get around my Tennessee folk, I'll start talking like this. I can't help it. Right? So, see, check it. Hey, man, you know what? I grew up in California, you know, around a lot of Mexicanos, you know, and I just, you know, I pick up an accent real easy because when I'm around people, it just comes out naturally, eh? You know, like when you take a shit, man, when you gotta take a shit, man, and, you know, you've been, like, drinking coffee, man, and, like, eating cereal food, man. It just comes out naturally, right? Okay, man. I'm not as good at slipping into my Mexicano accent as I am with my country accent because I've been around country people a lot more, listened to country people a lot more than I have any Mexicans on the street. Now, I could do a black accent. It's not very different than a country accent, but I'm not going to demonstrate that today. The point is, I'm easier to slip in to my country accent than I am to my Mexicano accent because I've been around the people. The guy has been, Angelo John fake-ass white wannabe Gage is a liar, a thief. He can't be trusted. And by default, I say by voice analogy, I got ears of an angel. I can hear things. And I understand voice patterns. I didn't have to go to no linguist school like you. I get my gifts naturally from the Yahweh. Okay? You have to study things and you have to try and struggle and you still don't get it. And you use those things against other people to gain money. That's called black magic. Gray magic, black magic, okay? You got my point, though. It was so easy for this dude to snap in and out of that accent. It was so easy for him to just slip right in like a glove. I can slip right into my country accent like a glove because it fits for me. Another example doesn't necessarily have to be the DNA, but for Angelo John Gage, definitely it's the DNA. But like this one Republican that was running. He was a Hindu, and and I think he was from Texas. I think it was a Hindu from Texas. And man, he sounded, more country than George Bush did, you know? How crazy is that? Anyway, y'all, I gotta get off here. I just wanted to point out a fact that I can slip in and out of an accent like a glove because it fits naturally for me. I've been molded. My hand is made for it, see? Just like his voice is made to sound like a Hasidic Jew, it's because that's what's in him and that's what he's been surrounded by. That's why he can snap that easily. Or he would have took, what, an acting school on how to act like a Hebrew? How to talk like a Jew? What? I mean, you had to have practiced it. I mean, I've watched lots of Saturday Night Live where they make fun of Jews and lots of stuff like that, you know, stereotyping their sounds and the way they sound. But I'm not going there. It doesn't mean I can't slip into a Jewish accent like that. No way. I mean, I've watched lots of Saturday Night Live, so it's not just watching stuff on TV. Because I know people watch plenty of stuff on TV and they can't make accents, and they watch shows for days and days and years on end, and they still couldn't just come naturally. But the people that are surrounded, see what I'm saying? He's been, obviously, the way he slips in and out of his tongue, of this Hebrew-sounding, Jewish, Kenite-sounding voice, okay? It is fit for him, okay? That means he's making fun of the very people, trying to make fun of the very people that he is, okay? Or that he belongs to. And it's obvious that he's been patterned, his voice pattern has been influenced by these kind of people because he snaps in and out of it so good. Okay? And he didn't, I doubt he took an acting class on how to just specifically sound like a Hebrew Jew. Okay? Wannabe Jew, Kenite. Alright? So do you guys get what I'm saying now? You understand what I mean? Jelly Bean, Billy Jeannie, Jilly Beanie, all y'all people out there, Queenie. Anyway, you guys have a good day, and remember that sometimes the way people can snap in and out. Like when I was doing my country accent, it was acting to a point, but it was acting. But I had a point of reference because I've been surrounded by those type of people, okay, and instructed and been around them so much that it's natural to jump in and out. All right, so is that Love Clark? Love you guys, and remember, Angelo John Gage, the brown doo-doo stain. He's self-admitted Kenite Jew, a Karaite, all these damn different Jews. Khazar Ashkenazi, okay? He's a self-admitted Ashkenazi. I don't like these Ashkenazis. They really piss me off trying to be all brown and say they're white. What the hell's wrong with you, Angelo John Gage? Are you in denial of who you are? I mean, you just had your DNA test. You can't even be a real Jew. You're phony fake Jews mixed in with the other fake Jews, the Kenite. This is a messed up world where these people's representing white nationalism, and they ain't even white. And the one they got representing them, he's brown. He's got some African features, and he's a Kenite. And his DNA proves he's all kind of mutt. So what in the hell is wrong with y'all people? Supporting this brown nosing, got his nose all brown up somebody's white ass. That's how come he still got this funding going on. Because there's always somebody at the top above him and above him. And not all of them are Kenites. Some of these people are pure white people, and they know exactly what they're doing. So not everybody in the goddamn pyramid of this Illuminati, New World Order, Satan, synagogue bullshit, not everybody is goddamn Kenite in that damn thing. Some of them pure white people, and they know what the hell they're doing. They choose to follow the evil. Not everybody's born white, pure white, just does everything good. Okay? Let's get that clear too, you guys. Let's realize that. White people, just because you're born white doesn't mean you can't be a sinner and do all kind of evil too. And be along right with them. That's why it's called a double. Don't forget. And I learned this from Queenie. And I learned this from Keith Twu. And it's that double-headed eagle. One represents Seth and one represents Cain. They back to back. You ever watched the Wolverine movie? Sabretooth, Wolverine, they back to back. It's like Cain and Seth. Okay? They have joined forces, united under the umbrella of the word white people, to be back to back, and no matter what, whoever comes against them, they are the sons of disobedience. Nobody fights against them. You come against them, they fuck your shit up, because they got Kenites on one side, and they got Adamites on the other, and they're both working together. So not only does Kenites work together, and don't forget, just because these are the bastard children of Satan, doesn't mean they don't got the same DNA that Adam had. It's identical to Eve's. So they are in the family. They're just bastard half-breed kids. Okay? Now they're excluded from God's family, but they are in that family of man with that DNA. There ain't no pure serpent seed Kenite, because half of that DNA, remember, was Eve's. Alright? So, I know I got a little deviated from the path, but I know I get carried away. I'll start a preaching and then teaching, and next thing you know, I'll just be never stopping. It never ends, because I never want to end until everybody I know knows the truth about these Kenites and about what in the hell is wrong with you with this person, Angelo John Gage, as your representative. Okay? I'm going to go back to my regular accent. This guy is phony, fake, self-admitted, showed his DNA. Come on, you guys. If you're really white and you're in these groups, don't support these guys, in my opinion. Just get away from them. There's very few pure whites. Let's start identifying. Let's get together. Let's do something. Stay with your people. Learn to identify. All these years you've and have you noticed how they've slipped in over the years, slowly into Hollywood, more and more Kenite featured people. They used to have a lot more white people, blue-eyed, blonde hair, real blonde, natural features. Slowly and slowly they're slipping in like Daredevil on the Daredevil Netflix series, okay? He's kind of a dark-looking Daredevil. It's like they're throwing these Italian-looking or darker Mediterranean actors. They've been waiting in line, and they slowly pushing that kind of look on us, okay? With the ones that they can find that are halfway decent looking. Anyway, this is turning into a whole nother story, so I'm going to get off here. But don't trust this damn brown fucking fake asshole, okay? I mean, if you got any damn brains and sense in your head, you know what? Follow yourself and your what you believe in and your Torah. Okay, it's what you really should be following. God's instructions for you. Forget the other people. You don't need leaders. Like I was saying you don't need a leader. Nobody needs a leader. Okay, you don't need only one leader. You're yourself with the teachings that God left for you. Okay. What a disgrace. This guy is so stupid. Ugh. It's just dumb. And now that once you start to be able to, when you're a pure white person, or as pure as I am, and you start to recognize these, you will start to recognize more and more, and you'll see, wow, this whole time we've been pushed off that these people were white. And they're not white. They're not Adamite whites, that's for sure. They might have white skin or appear to be white. They've told us that they're our family. And they're really not. They're half-bastard children that don't belong in our family.